introduce to you the first woman mayor of the city of St. Louis, Miss Lyda Krewson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Thank you all. You know, I learned something when I walked in here tonight that I didn't know before, but on this day, this very day, in 1887, Susan Salter was elected the first female mayor of any city in the United States in Argonia, Kansas. Woo! So don't you think that's some kind of karma or something that yeah, okay? So good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you to all of you tonight. As runners say, we ran through the tape tonight. We shattered a ceiling tonight. And together, we made a historic moment right here in the city of St. Louis. Thank you. Thank you. But we won because of you. Because of the doors you knocked on, the calls you made, the polls you worked, the checks you wrote. You are the reason that we are celebrating here tonight, so thank you so much. Thank you. I want to take just a couple of minutes and thank a few people. First of all, I don't know where Herschel is. I bet Herschel is behind the bar. Herschel runs this golf clubhouse, and he does a fabulous job. And so thank you to Herschel and his staff here at the Probstein Golf Clubhouse. I want to thank my family, Mike. Where is Mike? There he is. Okay, there we go. Taylor, Jack, Chris, Anna. Literally, I could not have done this without you. Let me just tell you, I haven't been to the grocery store in weeks and weeks, and there's still a little food, so other people are doing that, so thank you. I also want to say thank you to my incredible, incredible campaign team, most of whom are up here, some of whom are up here. Thank you to Megan, to Martin, Martin's right there, to Jay, to Spencer, to Claire, to Luke, to Pam, to Tim, to Anna, to Trisha, Aaron, and Tristan. So many good folks worked on this campaign and made it possible. I also want to take a minute to say a special thank you to Mayor Slay this evening. Could not have done this without him, and congratulations. And thank you to him for his service. Collector of Revenue Greg Daly, who you heard from a minute ago, has been terrific. So many aldermen and alderwomen who are here tonight. President Reed, who is here tonight somewhere, and I don't know where, I'm not seeing him, but I know that he's here. And so many city and state elected officials who stepped up, stuck their necks way out, and helped bring this win home. So, thank you. And finally, thank you to the hundreds, literally hundreds of volunteers. Many of you are here tonight. Could not have done this without you. And of course, thousands of voters. Would not have happened without either of them. You know, I am very keenly aware that I did not get here alone. All of you here share in this victory tonight. Tonight is your night, too. And so tonight, we celebrate. Thank you. Tonight we celebrate, and tomorrow, the real work begins. We're going to raise our sights high for this city. We're going to get ready. We're going to raise our sights high. We're going to get ready for the even harder work that's ahead. I think that we are at an urgent moment, We're at an urgent moment in our nation. We're at an urgent moment in our city. But it is an urgent moment, but that urgency also gives us opportunities. And so with our sights set high and with the urgency that we all feel, I believe that we'll accomplish great things. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. So tomorrow, we're going to begin by building a smart, energetic, committed team who will all work hard every day to bring and provide the leadership and the excellent services for all of our residents and businesses here in the city of St. Louis. We're going to work to build a safer city, a city that welcomes everyone. A city that cares for our most vulnerable residents. A city where you can get a good education and a good job. And beginning tomorrow, I will seek every opportunity to work with other regional leaders, to think and act together, to build a St. Louis region that is stronger and more competitive in the world marketplace. Thank you. So, there's a lot of work to do, and tomorrow we'll start. But tonight, no, we're going to celebrate tonight. We're going to have some fun. Thank you all so very much for this phenomenal opportunity to make a difference and for the deep privilege to represent you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been knowing Lyda for quite some time, and I knew she was someone that wasn't divisive. She wasn't vindictive. Our board needs some leadership right now, and I knew she would be the one that, regardless of who you supported, she was going to include you. And I look at her development in her ward, and I know that's what a lot of us want in North St. Louis. I also look at her as what she's done behind the scenes, such as myself, with amendments and things, and that wouldn't have passed at the Board of Aldermen without her leadership. And I just like her temperament. I like Lyda, period. And I knew that I would probably have a chance to be at the table to be doing things for my own ward that we need. And that's what I've been talking to her about these whole, 8-9 months? Well, we've had some pretty tough issues at the Board of Aldermen. I've seen her work behind the scenes and be able to get people to compromise, to be okay with things like minimum wage. Minimum wage, in my opinion, would have failed at the Board of Aldermen if it wasn't for her bringing that amendment in to at least give us something else to think about, another option. And that was a good positive. I've seen her work through the last 17 years that I've been there on issues that I thought probably would have failed if it wouldn't have been her going around talking to folks, her relationships, and as well as my relationships. I kind of see Lyda in me. I see me in Lyda, and I think it's going to be a good thing for our city. I remember one issue that we were opposites on, and that was when she had the bill dealing with mandatory spay and neuter. Now, I'm an animal lover, and I am definitely into health department and animal control. And I ended up on the other side of Lyda in that instance, and she didn't hold it against me. We may have had different issues and different concerns, but she said, let's work together, let's work this out. And she didn't hold it against me. And that goes a long way at the Board of Aldermen. Like I said, we really need to work together. And right now, I think as a mayor, we need to have someone that's going to be inclusive. We need someone that's not going to look at you and say, well, because you didn't support me, I'm gonna punish you, but that really punishes our constituents. So politics, in my mind, is one thing, but I think politics between the two of us is almost on the same accord, that you have to work to move the city forward. You have to try to see what we can do to help you, to bring you to the table, and we have to see what you need so you can feel like you're included. And I'm really wanted to be a part of this campaign because I really think North St. Louis needs that lift, and I think that Lyda can give us that lift.
Well, she's been on our airport commission as the chair of T&C, so she has a good grasp on the airport and how it operates and how it functions. And I like her compatibility with people. I think she's very open to ideas. I mean, she certainly is, willing to learn and hear and understand everything and doesn't prejudge. So she's very open, and I think that's critical for the success of the airport. I hope people realize the asset that the airport is to this region, and I hope people feel and see that the airport's moving in the right direction, and I think Lyda sees that. And so, we hope that we can partner really close with all the leaders in the city and the region to continue to move the airport forward. But I think Lyda is one of those people that wants the city to do well. She wants the region to do well, just like Mayor Slay did. And so I think for us, we're just thrilled to have someone who's excited to keep the airport as part of the region and moving in the right direction.
Lyda is the one that's going to have to set the agenda, and if it's something that we support at the Board of Aldermen, since I'm an alderman, then I want to work with her to advance that. But at the end of the day, what's important to me is reducing crime and really rebuilding our distressed neighborhoods. And I want to really focus and be a champion for making sure that that happens.
Lyda has always been a very passionate, straightforward individual, and my wife and I jumped on the bandwagon early and have supported her all along. Integrity, always been an honest, straightforward individual, professionally and personally. She has a knack for being able to look out and see vision, the future. And I think it's, I live downtown, and I think it's time.
I'm just a citizen these days. I was the alderman before Lyda was the alderman, and I think she's done a great job. And I think she has the vision, and she's got a little fire in her belly. Actually, she's got a lot of fire in her belly, and I'm really looking forward to see how she guides this city. Because of her training, her education, and she's been quite seasoned in city politics. She knows how it works. She has the background with her financial background to make it. And she cares. She stayed in this city through very tough times personally, showed that commitment, and decided for herself she's going to make things better. She did as alderman, and I know she will as mayor as well.
I think that Lyda brings excellent credentials to the table. She's a CPA. She's 20 some odd years of experience as the 28th Ward alderman. The best thing about Lyda, she's got character, she's got integrity, she's going to be great for the city of St. Louis. She can bring people together, bring people under the tent, and that's what we need at this stage of the game. It's things are a little crazy out there, and I think she's going to bring stability to our city. I think she's going to do a wonderful job. Her being the first woman mayor, I think, is certainly going to bring all kinds of new and innovative ideas. It's just going to work out extremely well for us all.
You've gotten behind and backed Lyda Krewson from the very beginning. Tell me why.
I thought Lyda Krewson had an incredible record as an alderman. I thought she had the necessities to be mayor, and I've had the opportunity to be with the first African-American mayor, the first African-American female comptroller, the first African-American circuit attorney, so why not continue the trend with the first female mayor for the city of St. Louis? I like being part of history, and it's when you've got an incredible candidate, and I can smell an incredible candidate, then you jump on that bandwagon.
Tell me what you see in her that lets you know she's the woman for that job.
Well, the 28th Ward is probably one of the most diverse wards in the city, not just in terms of race, but in terms of economics, in terms of housing, in terms of a wide range of issues. And so she has a platform to be able to pull things together. and she knows how to use the tools to pull people together. Unfortunately, other people talked about it, but it was just never demonstrated in their history. But I think she's up to the challenge. I think she brings the professional demeanor and pedigree, as well as being around for about 20 years. So she's going to do a good job.
And we've been campaigning for 10 months, so every single day for the last 10 months we've been working towards this goal, and it's just great to have it come to fruition. I'm very keenly aware that I did not get here by myself, though. I mean, I had hundreds of volunteers, we had a great campaign team, had family behind me, just hundreds and thousands, really, of people across St. Louis who helped us get here. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of them.
As a citizen of St. Louis, what did you look at that made you say, you know what, I'm the person who needs to get in there and do something?
Right. Well, you know, I have a background in business. I'm the CFO of a major architectural firm, and I've also been an alderman for a while. And, you know, I just think that I bring the skill set to the mayor's office to really help us address neighborhood safety. That's #1 job for the next mayor. Vacant properties, combining city and county. So many things that we have to work on yet. You know, we have had a lot of good stuff going on in St. Louis. You think about Cortex and NGA, we've got a lot of good opportunities ahead of us. So I'm just excited to work on those.
Now, I know you don't have the time to tell me your entire plan for neighborhood safety, but that's a big issue.
It is.
So tell me what you plan on doing in a nutshell.
Okay, well, there are really two parts to neighborhood safety. One is deterrence and prevention, so that's more money for recreation, for summer jobs for kids, alternative dispute resolution, alternative sentencing. And then there's the law enforcement side. We are short in the city of St. Louis over 100 cops right now. One of my very first priorities is to figure out how, with the help of the personnel department, to hire up so that we're fully staffed. We have it in the budget for 1,300 officers, but we don't have that many right now. So that's just a starting point. We need better training for our officers, more officers, better pay. I'd be happy for you to look at my website. It's all kind of laid out there. So.
You also mentioned that you were going to do everything that you could to bring unity to the city of St. Louis. Talk a little about that.
Well, I mean, I think the way that you bring unity is you reach out to people and you build relationships with people. And we've been doing that over the last few weeks. You know, we've gotten votes all over the city of St. Louis. I think a lot of people really do respond to the idea that neighborhood safety is job one for the next mayor. And I'm going to continue to build relationships because I think that's ultimately how you get things done.
All right, now I'm going to ask you something. What message do you have for the people who didn't vote for you moving forward?
I welcome them. I mean, I'm happy to hear their ideas. One of the things that we learned, or I think all of us probably learned this in the primary campaign, is that there are a lot of good ideas out there for everybody. So bring your ideas forward. Let's work together and move St. Louis forward.
There you have it, the first woman ever elected to the office of mayor of the city of St. Louis. And you know, we've talked to a lot of people tonight that have told us their thoughts on why she is exactly the person to take St.Louis to the next level. And she's won it. She's brought it home. Your new mayor, Lyda Krewson. You've been experiencing St. Louis on STL TV. I'm Raina Ray.